Hi, I'm Maree.
And I'm Jacqueline.
And we are a mother and daughter team here at Maree Pigdon Sewing Centre. And in this video, we are going to show you some of the behind the scenes in the making of this new online sewing course.
So if you've been following along, it's called Beyond the Pattern Designer Shirts. So you'll have a sneak peek of some of the video tutorials. So if you enroll and purchase this course, you know exactly what you're going to get. But first of all, we're going to share with you how the idea came in the first place. So after growing up in my mum's sewing school here in Mount Dunedin at Rosewood Cottage, I've had so many students say to me, "Oh, I just wish I could take your mum home with me so I could follow the steps at home by myself when I'm at my sewing machine." We've also had a lot of people around the world who have noticed my mum's designer shirts and wish that they could learn from her too. So I thought it was time that we made a new online sewing course. And I proposed to Mum the idea of first using a standard commercial pattern, only following the instructions. So maybe not using the correct interfacings or any of the tips and tricks that she uses and teaches, and then making one with all the changes. What did you think of that?
Well, absolutely no, I can't do it. I just thought, no, there is no way that I could make a shirt and not use the correct interfacings and techniques. It'd be a waste of my time and fabric, so I said no.
But I thought it would be a great comparison. You know how everyone loves like the before and the after, and what the difference of all these little changes actually make. And so I asked her a few times and she continued to say, no, I just can't do it. So after several months I came up with another idea, which was
a much better
idea. And I proposed that, well, how about we make the course together, and I will be the one that makes the very basic shirts without the extra fitting details and without using all the correct sequences and techniques that we've learnt, and I'll make that shirt. And then, Maree, you can make your designer version using the same pattern and the same fabric and on the same body type, so we can really see what difference these skills and techniques actually make.
Well, I thought that was a great idea. So I was very happy with that. And so that's exactly what we did. And you'll be able to see for yourselves the differences between following a basic pattern and making simple changes to make a garment that looks entirely different, but still same fabric and same pattern. So, great experiment.
Yeah, it was. So once we finally agreed on that, off we went to our local Spotlight store and we chose the pattern and the fabric that we're going to use. Did make it for my body shape, and then I upgraded my video equipment and we came in here to Rosewood Cottage to film on consecutive days the entire course, and here is a sneak peek of some of the videos.
I've taken a lot of extra measurements, and you'll see why as we progress as to why I need these extra measurements to determine my size. So with the measurements that I've taken, I'm now going to look at the pattern pieces and see how much ease is allowed at every different point, the basic 3 points, how much ease is included in this particular pattern, to see if it's a very loose fit or a generous fit or a very slim fit.
So my next step is to sandwich my collar in between my two collar band pieces, following the instructions on the pattern, which is what I've done. I've pinned. Next I need to baste and then sew these collar pieces together. What about you, Mum? It looks like you've done something differently.
Well, I have a different method as to what you're using. So I'm going to pin my collar onto one collar band. So I'm going to do it in 2 different stages because I found that was so much more successful and so much easier to actually apply in this manner. So I've pinned the collar to one of the collar bands at this point. Now I'm going to show you this wonderful tip that I learned many years ago, and I'm going to sew some top stitching thread into the point of the collar, which will enable me to pull the point out when I turn the collar out. So it doesn't matter what color top stitching thread, this is really heavy duty thread, the type that you use when you're top stitching jeans and things, but you need to use a heavy duty thread, not a regular sewing thread. So I've got my thread, I'm just doing a sampler here, and I'm going to stitch on the short end of the collar to begin with, so from the notched edge of the collar. So I'm going to stitch along the point, along the edge towards the point. So come in nice and close and I will show you exactly what I'm going to do.
Wow, look at the difference. This is such an exciting thing for us to do because we haven't known what this is going to turn out like, and we really wanted to show the difference between the straight commercial pattern sewing and the tips and tricks, and it's quite remarkable that we've used the same pattern and the same fabric fitting for the same person, which is me, and two very different looks. So what do you think?
Now I'm just stitching my narrow hem on my shirt, but I have another little trick for you, and I've changed feet. I've got the 1/4 inch foot that I've attached onto the machine, and this has a little guide on the right hand side of the foot, so that when I'm machining, the fabric is just going to nestle next to that guide and give me a perfect 6mm or 1/4 inch seam allowance.
So now I've attached my cuffs to my sleeve and I'm very happy with those. And after that, I attached my sleeve into the armhole of my shirt. So as we know, I'm following the instructions and we're doing two different ways to set in the sleeves. So we're going to show you a close-up on the two differences, the ones I'm doing and the way that Maree is doing hers.